Sabihin mo sa ating mga kababayan na hindi nakakamit ang kalayaan sa pag-aaruga sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay. Kailangan nilang magbayad.
Ano pong kabayaran?
Dugo at pawis. Kailangan nilang tumalon sa kawalan. Wala ba tayong karapatang magbuhay ng malaya?
Politics is defined as the art concerned with guiding government policies. And as an aspiring politician, my position as a student council president brings me a brief understanding on the function of the government. Government refers to the body of persons that makes up the governing authority of an organization. The Philippines currently is made up of both democratic and republican states. Likewise, the current government is under the hands of the 16th President of the Philippines, namely President Rodrigo Duterte. The government or the country itself during the 19th century is still under the colonization of Spain, whereas its reign lasted for 333 years. Under its rulership, subjects regarding the country's government follow two kinds of system, which is monarchy and the encomienda. However, despite how the true purpose of the encomienda system sounds, the maltreatment between the Spanish and the natives is still unavoidable. Aside from the said encomienda, there are other political positions that held greater power or control over the country. First is the Governor General. Second, political positions are in some way similar and they're called the Residencia, the Visita, and the Royal Audiencia. Third political positions are the Alcaldia and the Corregimiento, while the fourth and last political position is known as the Gobernadorcillos. The image of a mother and her child is a clear depiction on how the political relationship of Spain and the Philippines looks like. As the church grew stronger in terms of faith in the Philippines, it then has continued to affect the overall system of the country. One can denote that even if the Philippines is viewed as an independent monarch, there are still inklings or traces of the hand of the Spanish regime since we are a byproduct of their goal. The exploitations during the Spanish regime are known by the general public, along with the numerous abuses made by the Spaniards during their conquest here in the Philippines. Furthermore, the Spanish rulers used religion as well to let the Filipinos believe that only faith can save them and be their way to heaven. Overall, the act of exploitation simply aims to ensure that Filipinos would not start any revolution against them. Liberalism, from the word liber, meaning free, politically refers to a person who believes that government should be active in supporting social and political change. That being said, during the 19th century, liberalists argued that government forces should encourage and preserve the rights of an individual, to which the government should eliminate barriers that hinder people from executing their capabilities. Moreover, Rizal's work had shown his profound and captivating interest in liberal ideas. Another political concept that is correlated to liberalism is then known as conservatism. According to Oxford Languages, conservatism is a commitment to traditional values and ideas with opposition to change. On the other hand, liberalism is a kind of political philosophy that is based on the certainty of progression, which also highlights concepts of personal freedom. Rizal played an important role in the emergence of Philippine liberalism. That being said, despite the same advocacy of conservatism and liberalism of individual liberty and free markets, they still have a lot of differences. All kinds of systems have something they identify as the last form. There is a huge difference between democracy and monarchy. When we talk about democracy, it is a form of government in which the individuals have the authority to decide whoever they want in their governing legislation. However, in regard to monarchy, the laws and regulations are then framed by the king and queen without the consent of their people. That being said, the last form of the 19th century is built in the concept or in the idea of democracy, whereas this came to be in September 1899 during the Constitutional Congress that was conducted in Malolos. Likewise, the newly shaped Philippine government under Emilio Aguinaldo's term was a dictatorial government, with him holding the title of being a dictator. More so, despite being recognized as a public figure, Emilio Aguinaldo commemorated the greatness of Jose Rizal by declaring the Recognition Day of Rizal on the 20th of December in 1898, also announcing December 30 as the anniversary of Jose Rizal's death and as a national day of mourning. But the real question is the Philippines really governed by us Filipinos or governed by other colonizers? Regardless of the answer or the truth behind it, I, as an aspiring politician, will wear our culture, will represent Filipinos as I stand in front of my fellow students as I commit myself to my position as the Student Council President.
Ibon mang may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang sakdal dilat, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, pugad ng luha at kalita, aking adhika, makita kang sakta